So, Sharome,
hmm
what do you believe?
I believe in karma.
You do.
Yeah,
Like, um, it's an actual thing that exists?
yeah.
Tell me about it.
Um, Karma is crazy. You just never know when it's gonna come, but eventually, in the back of your head, it will come. A few years back, I was married, and I made a horrible mistake, and I stepped out on my marriage, and now it just seems like I had paid for it. I had another child, um, and the woman just gave up on the child. She didn't want nothing to do with it, so I feel like that was my karma.
Wow.
Um, my my ex-wife is on she's on heavy drugs. Got custody of the kids and everything. So I just feel like karma just overloaded
Yeah.
by me doing that. So yeah.
So, so explain to me how karma works. Can you make up for the bad things that you've done? Like, can you do enough good to make up for the bad?
I think down the road you can eventually.
Hmm.
You know, yeah. Like I think you can. Like I feel like I'm trying to do good. Like I straighten up my life. Like I'm not like about that life no more. I, you know, um, like I'm trying to do good. Like just taking care of my kids, doing some community work. I see doing some community work and just doing whatever I can. To like to better myself. So yeah, I do feel like that way. But eventually down the road, yeah.
Right. So, how do you can you ever know when let's say you do something bad? Can you know when the karma is gonna come and get you? Like when it's gonna pay you back?
Like what do you mean? Like I kind of got an idea what you mean. Like, can you just explain just a little bit more?
Sure. So if I do something bad,
Uh-huh.
um, is there any way to know when the karma is gonna come back on me? When I'm gonna get my bad in return?
That's a good question. Like when I was doing what I was doing, I had in the back of my head that it was going to come back to me.
Hmm.
I started to notice to when I started feeling hurt how I felt, how my ex-wife felt. Like that's how I knew it was coming. Like the hurt. I was always brokenhearted. I was always just lonely to myself, depressed. Just because I used to see like I used to see my ex-wife like that. So I used to just that's how I knew that the same things that I did to her is what reversed and came around to me
Right.
because the woman that I gave my family up for, she did the same thing to me.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew it. Like it's just little signs and like yeah, this is about to go down. This is about to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you do something bad, say like something small, it, so obviously, like when we're talking about families, this is big stuff. This is heavy, life-altering kinds of things that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what about something small? Let's say I'm walking into a store and I see somebody coming and I close the door or I let the door close and I don't hold it open for them. If I would take 1 second and wait, like, is that something, am I going to get that little bit of bad karma back?
Yeah,
You,
I believe eventually,
you think so?
if you do wrong, that like there's just saying, I don't mean to get religious, but they're just saying like God don't like ugly. He sees everything. So you do something small, it will eventually come back. Like you just said, it will stuff adds up. It will come back to you.
Sure. So,
So
so like in that case, take the door situation. Let's say the next time, like nothing bad has happened yet, but the very next day I go in the same store and I'm like, oh, I have time today. I'll hold the door open for two people. Do I undo that bad that I've done? Can I fix it before I get my bad karma?
I believe so.
You
If
can.
it just continue.
Yeah.
continue the positive, continue the good.
Yeah. How say like a scale of, that's our 5 minutes, so we can stop if you want to. Otherwise, I'm happy to keep talking. Um, let's say in the oh, I forgot where I was gonna go with that. Shoot. Oh yes, on a scale of say 0 to 100, where 0 is I have absolutely no belief that karma is a thing, and 100 is I totally believe that karma is a real thing. How strongly do you believe?
In karma?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I say about, you said from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
I say about 65, 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not a very strong belief then. It feels like that to you?
Yeah, it feels like that.
Yeah. You mentioned God. Can we talk about that for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you follow any particular religious beliefs? Are you a Christian or?
Yeah, like like my mother, like I'm a Catholic.
Okay.
Grew up a Catholic. My mom's and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How strongly would you say on that same scale of 0 to 100, where 0 is I'm absolutely positive there's no God, and 100 is I'm totally sure?
Well, I'm sorry. What?
That's all right. 0, so I'm asking about the God belief. 0 is I'm absolutely positive there is no God, and 100 is I'm completely sure there is one. Where would you fall on that scale?
This might sound messed up because I got a cross on my arm with a scripture. Gosh, I don't want to sound weird, man.
Dude, there's no wrong answers. I mean, seriously, this is just a conversation, and I'm not judgmental.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you questions.
Yeah, I know. I see all the, I see all the, everything that's going on in the world, and then I just look at like my situation, my life, where I'm going. Sometimes I feel like I get no answer. Sometimes, and then sometimes I feel like later down the line I do. So I have to say 50%.
Yeah.
I started believing in this. Like, man, is it a science? Is it all about science? Is it all about? Is there really is a God? Sometimes, like, I don't know. I just I seen like for example, like my ex-wife. I tried to save her. She had came down here. She was visiting me. And I can understand she's on drugs. She's sick. Try to help her. Like that's the love of my life. Met her around 17. I try to get her right, and she was just sick. She always was asleep. She always was, you know, she just wasn't right. Like if she needed a hit or something, I was just like, man, why won't God just stop this addiction? Like all the praying I'm doing, when is He gonna actually work? When is it? I'm praying all the time. I'm taking a Bible. I'm writing scriptures in the Bible. I'm praying, and when is He gonna? When is He gonna hear me? So sometimes I just feel like damn, is it really is one?
Right.
Or so.
Normally I don't give my opinion, but I think that's a very honest place to be. I think that's realistic. So let me ask you, if when, and by the way, I'm really sorry to hear that. I have a friend who has a similar situation. It's just heart-wrenching, just heartbreaking. So I feel for you, and I'm sorry to hear that. Let's say when you were with her and you were trying to get her right again, and you were praying a lot, and you were writing scriptures in your Bible, and you had God at the forefront of your mind with her, and she had gotten better, do you think you would believe strongly in God at that point?
That's a good question. See, I don't know. Like I have no idea. Um, yeah, I have no idea. I mean, maybe like 20%.
Yeah, that's
Like,
honest. Yeah.
like maybe it was just her. Like she just something deep down inside of her. But just to say it was fully on. If I fully believe that he did it, like I don't know. Like I sat up the other night. I was asking myself this question, like I was just like, man, I got my kids. I'm trying. It's like when is the improvements going to start? Is God listening and stuff like that? I feel like am I sinning every day? Is that the reason why, or what is it? So
Yeah, that's a tough spot to
I
be
don't
in.
know. Like, is it the little things I'm doing? Like I don't know. So
What do you think? Like,
wow. Uh, well, honestly, I feel like a lot of those shootings, like I feel like it's all about protecting your life. Like certain situations I hear about, like a black man get killed. Like there was one story where a black guy, I guess he was drunk. He went to a white woman's resident. She thought that he was trying to break in. He was running towards the police, and they would just start shooting him up, and he was running. But the fact is, like, okay, he was drunk. He, like, man, dude, you gotta protect your life. You can't, like, come on, man, like when I got pulled over. I don't know, the streets, but I got pulled over like right up the street, and the cop pulled me over. Man, I got I my hands are up. I'm like, I don't make any sudden moves because I know, like, I'm about to protect my life. I want to go home to my kids. I'm
absolutely.
not trying to. I'm not trying to sound ignorant or whatever, but I feel like a lot of these black men just need to start protecting their life. They got families at home. Just start protecting your life, man. That's all it is about. I feel like
Yeah.
start making that right decision. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna get ready to take them.
Yeah. Thank you so
All right,
much.
man. No
I
problem.
appreciate it. It was
All right,
nice
man.
to meet you.